Hello, and welcome back to the Dragon's Lair. I'm David Wellick with Extreme Studio Performance, and I'm back with you, and I'm going to lead you through a class called Animal Flow. Fun little class. Great for joint mobility, strength, a little bit of cardio. Depends on how you practice it. And anyway, if you haven't done it before, this will be basic, good challenge. But if you have done it before, some of it will be review. So anyway, let's get warmed up. I'm going to tilt the screen up a little bit so you can see me. Let's see what we burned today. Okay, go ahead and reach up to the sky. Hands up on the toes. And back down. One more time up. Reach. And back down. And back to standing. Roll the arms forward. Big circles. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoulder blades together. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alternate forward. Try to lock your hips down. Squeeze glutes. 4, and switch directions. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. All right, feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, and we're going to twist. Let the arms go. So you don't want to tighten the arms up like this. You want to let the arms go and just fling, twist back and forth. Hit the upper chest and the kidney with the back hand. Try to time it so they hit at the same time. And relax. Good. Okay, take your arms out to the side like this. This is the Egyptian. You're going to turn right hand up, left arm down. So you're internally rotating and externally rotating at the same time. Internally rotating the back arm, externally rotating the front. Okay, so what we're going to do is back and forth like you're wringing out a towel. This. And let's add the hips. So turn the hips and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Keep the arms up. Circle in like so. 6, 7, 8, 10, 2, 4, and 5. So directions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. All right, hands together. We're going to do some wrist mobility. So draw a figure 8 like this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch hands, whichever one you're leading with, to the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Back of the hands together, like so. Circle forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take the hands together like this. We're going to create a wave. So start here, circle, go the other direction here, in, out, in. 4, 6, 8, fingers, 9, 10, and 10. Good. Shake it out. Okay. Hands on the hips. Big circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, and 10. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 1, 10. Good. All right, pick your right knee up, and you're going to stir the pot with the foot. So toes down. 8, 10, 2, 4, and 5. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, and 5. Good. Switch legs. Keep the upper leg firm in place. Okay, so just the lower leg is moved. 2, 5, 6, 8, 10, 4, and 5. Switch directions. 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, and 5. Relax. Good. Okay, ankles. Plant your left foot, your right foot, sorry. Right foot in the floor. Pick up the left and circle the ankle. 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, switch. Drive left foot in the floor, foot up, circle. 5, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, and 5. Switch. 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's good. Okay, good. Ready to get started. Okay, with Animal Flow, I'm just going to teach you some of the basic movements from the system. The first one is the beast. Beast position. Place your hands on the floor, shoulder width apart. Corkscrew the shoulders in. The knees should be just below the hips. Okay, up on your back toes. And what you're going to do to find a perfect spot, you are going to do the cat and cow. So inhale, exhale. Now find the medium spot, the middle spot right between those two extremes. So right here for me. Okay, tuck the tailbone under and extend and find some the spot between the middle. Okay, so that's your beast position. So what we're going to do is lift the knees off the floor as if you're going to try to fit a piece of paper in your knees. So lift up, hold. Now pick the right hand up, sit down, left hand up, and down, right foot up, and down, left foot, and down, right hand, left foot, and down, left foot, right hand, and set it all down. And relax. Wrist relief. Okay? We're going to come back to this position quite a bit. Okay? It's always good for Animal Flow, especially spend a lot of time on your hands to counter it like this. Okay? So that was the beast position. Beast, you want to remember that, but I will remind you. Alright, so the next one I'm going to teach you is the crab. So the crab, you kind of want to reverse the way you're thinking about the beast position. So feet are hips width apart, hands shoulder width apart, corkscrew the hands, corkscrew the feet. Find your midpoint, so go take your rear to your heels, Scoot it back to the hands, and then the midpoint right there, that's your set position. You want to create as much space as you can between your shoulders and your ears. So no shrugging, right? So here, find your middle point. Now, take your hips up off the floor. Good. Now take left foot off the floor. Sit down, right foot. Sit down, right hand. Sit down, left hand. Sit down, right hand, left foot. Sit down, left hand, right foot. And set it all down. Good. Back to wrist relief. Good. So, we're going to do some traveling movements out of the crab and the beast. Okay, so we'll drill that a little bit so you just get familiar with what the beast is, what the crab is. Okay, so traveling beast. You set your beast position. Give yourself enough space. Remember, hands on under the shoulders, corkscrewed in, knees are under the hips, toes down, cat and cow. Find your midpoint, tuck your tailbone under, extend, find your midpoint. That's your beast position. Okay, so knees off the floor. You take the right hand, left foot under the move at the same time. Step. Now opposite, left hand, right foot. Step, 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 step. One more, step. Now rewind it. Right hand's going to move, left foot's going to move. Step, step, 2, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Knees down, wrist relief. So what you want to think about to do beast really the right way, you want to think that you have a dowel or a stick or a broomstick, something that's touching these 3 points. So the back of the head, the thoracic spine, upper back, and your tailbone. Okay, so you're maintaining that line while you're traveling with the beast. Okay, so it's not something like that. So it's more, that would be more of a bear crawl. Beast is much more compact. Okay, it's harder. But that's how you want to learn that position, beast position. Beast position comes up all the time in animal flow. It's one of the main basic moves. And crab is as well. So we're going to do some traveling crab. So let's find enough space. So hands drilled in, corkscrew them into the floor, shoulder width apart, and hips width apart. Scoot your hips forward, all the way back, and find the midpoint. Corkscrew, get hips off the floor. Now we're going to move right hand, left foot at the same time. Here, and opposite. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. Reverse. So now we're going to go right foot, left hand, so opposite. So here, and back, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Wrist relief. Good. So that's traveling crab, traveling beast. So now that you mastered crab and beast, I'm going to show you how to transition between those two movements. So something that shows up a lot in animal flow is something called the underswitch. So you can underswitch. I'll just show it to you and explain it in a second. So if I'm in beast, set a beast, go screwed in, and I want to move into crab, I would say, for instance, right leg underswitch. That means my right foot's going to lift up, come under my body, and land in crab. Now I can go back into beast, same way if I say right leg underswitch. So right leg goes under, back into beast. Wrist relief. Okay, so we're going to go through a few of those. I'm going to call it out so to get you familiar with how to move from one to the next. If you've already done animal flow before and you want to challenge yourself while I'm going through explanations, you can hold a static beast to give yourself a little bit of training effect while I'm explaining it to potential newbies. Okay? So, let's go. If you're not already in beast, let's get in beast. Corkscrew the hands on the floor, knees under the hips. Lift the knees off the floor. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch. Left leg under switch. And wrist relief. Relax. Okay, so if you got confused by that, just catch up with the next one. Okay, the biggest mistake I see people make is when they lift the leg. Let's see, you're in crab, and say right leg under switch, and take the right leg over. Okay, so you don't ever want to go over. That's why it's in the name under switch. So it's always going to go slight under. Okay, so right leg under switch, always under. Right leg under switch, always under. Okay, so it's a good little reminder to say when you get confused about which leg should move. Where should I put it? Where should I set it? Okay, so it's really good to practice that beast and crab often so that your body has a default that it hopefully always comes back to. And you'll make your little corrections, and you might have seen me make some corrections if you're watching, of aligning those knees below the hips, hands under the shoulders, because sometimes they get off. Okay, but notice that. That's why it's good to practice doing traveling beast slowly and feeling what that feels like, holding static beast so that your body gets set in this position, right? So that's good training too. I mean, it's like holding a plank in another position, okay? Super good core. So with the under switches, transitioning from beast to crab, there's a couple other tricky ones that you can learn of under switching. So there is the under switch tap that I'll introduce to you today. So under switch tap looks like this. So when under switch, right leg under switch tap, I'm going to take the leg under, tap. Sorry, that wasn't a tap. That was just an under switch. Okay, I'm going to show it to you fast, and then I'm going to break it down. Okay, so beast, under switch, tap, and back. That was still too slow. Okay, so left leg under switch tap. So I go left leg under switch tap, and back. Okay, so you just set the foot and hand down momentarily, and then return back to the last position you're in. So if I'm in crab, and I say right leg under switch tap, I'm going to go under, tap, and back. Left leg under switch tap, back. So don't short yourself by being there and then coming back. Do a true under switch to that other position, touch down, then return. So tap, and back. Okay? So we're going to do a few of those. Wrist relief. All right? So let's start in beast position. Okay, right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch tap. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch tap. Right leg under switch tap. Left leg under switch. Right leg under switch tap. And knees down, wrist relief. All right, so we mastered the beast, the crab, under switch, and under switch tap. So now I'm going to teach you the loaded beast position. Okay, loaded beast position is find your beast. And knees off the floor. You're going to sit yourself back like this and walk the hands forward slightly. So that's loaded beast. Okay? Knees are prying apart away from each other. And arms extended. Drop the head and neck through, almost like you're doing a downward facing dog in yoga. Stretch. And back to beast. And set it down, wrist release. Okay, so that's loaded beast. You know, loaded beast, beast, crab. And some under switches. Right? Those aren't the only kinds of under switches. There's just two I'm going to show you that. So, one kind of cool transition, it's called the step through, that's from the loaded beast position. Okay, so you can go loaded beast, push back, and do a right leg step through. Now I'm going to show it to you full speed, then break it down. So push back, the right leg is going to step through like that. Back to loaded beast. Right leg step through. That. And wrist relief. So basically what you're doing is from the loaded beast, you are going to lunge whatever leg is called out forward and replace that hand where the hand was positioned. So you're here, you're basically in slow-mo, you step forward, back leg is straight, and this hand comes back. So elbow comes back and by your face right here. Okay? So I'm going to place it back down inside the foot, step back in my loaded beast, and say right leg step through. Back, loaded beast, left leg step through. Elbow back. Loaded beast, right leg step through. Loaded beast, left leg step through. Loaded beast, right leg step through. Loaded beast, left leg step through. Loaded beast, one more inside, right leg step through. Loaded beast, left leg step through. Loaded beast, wrist relief. Good. Okay. So now we have some step throughs. Another transition I want to teach you is out of the crab position. It's called the crab reach. Crab reach. Let's see. Let's do it this way. So T full speed and then break it down. Okay? Corkscrew the hands in. You hip forward, back. Okay, so if I say left hand crab reach, I'm going to take this left hand here. Oh, I said full speed. So full speed, left hand crab reach. Back to crab. Left hand crab reach. Back to crab. And wrist relief. Okay, so what you're going to do is from the crab, whatever hand we're going to go with, say left hand, take it in front, look right at the hand. Now, as the hand starts to travel, the hips are moving up. At the same time, hand is traveling down toward the floor, and it's going to frame your head. Okay, so your elbow and wrist. Okay, so you're not going to drop the arm. So you open, expanding, looking down to the floor. And back down, same way. So right hand, crab reach. Crab. Left hand, crab reach. Crab. Right hand, crab reach. Crab. Left hand, crab reach. Back to crab. And wrist relief. Okay, so let's go through some of that. All right, I'm going to call it out, and I'll go slow. And if you get confused, just look up at the screen and see where you are, where I am. If you're in the same spot I am. Okay, so I'm going to throw out a couple poses or positions and then see how we do. Okay, so let's set beast. Right leg under switch. Right hand crab reach. Set crab. Left leg, left under switch. Right under switch. Right under switch tap. Left hand crab reach. Crab. Right leg under switch. Set loaded beast. Right step through. Set loaded beast. Left step through. Loaded beast. Set beast. Right leg under switch. Left leg under switch tap. And wrist release. Okay. Hopefully you got some of that. So we got crab, beast, loaded beast, step throughs, crab reach. Not in that order, but that's the goodness you know so far that you mastered. Okay, so let's do the scorpion reach. So scorpion reach looks like this. You go from the beast position. I'm going to say left leg, scorpion. Oh, let's go to crab. And if I was going to say left leg scorpion reach, that means I'm going to come through, open up, and I can transition a few different ways out of this. If I want to say just left leg under switch, I would swing through and back and get back into crab. Okay, so scorpion reach, I say left leg scorpion reach, that's the legs that come off the ground. You're doing basically an under switch, but you're not stopping there at the under switch. You're opening up, go back, bend the knee, and reach back, scorpion reach. Now you go back to set beast, or set loaded beast, even better. Okay, and so from here, I can also go scorpion reach with my right side. So right leg scorpion reach, I'll bring my right knee forward to the wrist, then open up. And then I can go back to loaded beast, set loaded beast, and down. Left leg scorpion reach, the wrist, open, set loaded beast, and wrist release. Okay, there's scorpion reach. So we got crab reach, scorpion reach. Now we're going to move into one of my favorites, which is the side kick. Okay, so side kick through you can do from loaded beast. Okay. So if I say right leg side kick through, my right leg is kicking through here. This elbow is coming up, hand blocking the face, elbow back. I'm pulling at both directions. Pulling elbow back, toes this way. Okay? Now, back to loaded beast. Left leg, side kick through. I come forward. This leg comes through. Reaching, elbow back. Back to loaded beast. And wrist release. Okay, so you can go see crab. You can even do a side kick through from crab. What would happen is you do an under switch into that side kick through. If I want to do a side kick through to my left, using my left leg, I say left leg side kick through, step, kick through that side. Okay, set load east. Wrist release. So, as you learn all the different movements, you try to kind of figure out how some tie into the other, and it takes a little bit of thought at first, and then you start to pick it up, and you can build a flow. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a little flow, since you mastered all those movements. So I will show you what the flow looks like, and then we'll go through it and break it down. All right, so. I'll show you the movements first, and then I'll break it down. So, okay, so wrist release. We do the loaded beast, front step through, set crab, do a crab reach, back to crab, right leg side kick through, left leg side kick through, and back to start. Okay, so crab reach, right leg step through, set crab, so left leg goes underneath, so crab reach, right hand crab reach, up and over, set crab. Let's do a left leg side kick through. Oh, yes, so that confused myself. Here, left leg side kick through, right leg side kick through, and set release. And release. So we'll get that one. Let's try again. So set release. Right step through. Set crab. Right leg crab, right hand crab reach. Set crab. Left leg side kick through. Right leg side kick through. Set of the beast. Let's do left hand step through. Set crab through. Left hand crab reach. Set crab. Right leg side kick through. Left leg side kick through. Set of the beast. Let's go again. Right side, right step through. Set crab. Right hand crab reach. Set crab. Right leg side kick through. Left leg side kick through. Set loaded beast. Left hand step through, or left step through. Set crab. Left hand crab reach. Set crab. Left leg side kick through. Right leg side kick through. Set loaded beast. Right step through. Set crab. Right hand crab reach. Set crab. Right leg side kick through. Left leg side kick through. Set loaded beast. Last time. Left step through. Set crab. Left side, left hand crab reach. Set crab. Left leg side kick through. Oop. Right leg side kick through. Set loaded beast. And relax. Wrist release. Okay. So that's your little flow. We're going to go back to a little bit of cool down with the wrists. So back to the figure 8. Hold your wrist relief. And let's move into a frog pose. Hips, up the elbows down, feet wider. Just cool it down a little bit, relax. Walk the elbows back. So, if you have any questions about the Animal Flow, you can contact me at, through the ESP website, which is the gym that we're in right now. Extreme Studio Performance. So add Extreme Studio Performance in Dallas, Texas. Or you can go straight to me, Black Dragon Yoga. So at Black Dragon Yoga on Instagram or blackdragonyoga.com. And you can ask whatever you want to about the Animal Flow, what we did today. Anything else about it conceptually, or if you want to review some of the movements. I will expand on this in the classes coming forward, to where we won't have to really go back down to the basic movements. I'll just be able to call them out, and you can just follow along. And if you're having trouble with it, you can go back to these earlier videos and see breakdowns of some of the basic movements, and then we'll start tying them together. So we're going to build on that. That's the plan. And just come out of the frog position. Moving to child pose. Drop the head and neck. Inhale deeply in. Raise the shoulders. Exhale, drop. Inhale, fill the lungs in. Exhale. And come on out. So, this is a little over 30 minutes of just primer for Animal Flow, get you moving a little bit, kind of get familiar with some of the basics. There's a lot more moves that I teach you from this, and then we can start tying together, start doing really long, lengthy flows, and that'll get you going. All right, so anyway, thanks very much for your time. And again, if you have more questions or any questions and comments, things like that, requests, just get a hold of us. ESP Fit is the Twitch handle. And peace.